Again has the pleasure of returning to Madison Square Garden. In Madison Square Garden on the 24th of September, scheduled to appear on the Wrestling Spectacular, will be the Polish Power, Ivan Putski, squaring off in individual competition against the luscious John Valiant. Scheduled as well will be Chief Jay Strongbow meeting powerful Nikolai Volkov. In addition to that, Dominic Danucci battles Greg Valentine, a whole host of other great matches on the card, including the tag team presentation, with the Valiant brothers, in this case, the Valiant brothers being Jerry and Jimmy, meeting the daily double of Tito Santana, joining forces with the 8th, perhaps 9th and 10th wonders of the world, all rolled into one. It's Andre the Giant, the tag team partner of Tito Santana. In addition to the special presentation, the main event, the steel cage match, it's the Battle of the Champions again, finally culminating in this affair as Bob Backlund defends the World Wrestling Federation title against the Intercontinental Champion, Pat Patterson. And here with a word on the steel cage match, the champion, Bob Backlund. And Bob, it has all come to, will come to a head in Madison Square Garden on this date.
Yes, you know, Vince, I want to apologize for all the yelling and screaming that I've done about this match, but it makes me so mad to think of this man and think what goes through this man. It's like, it isn't even, his mind is worse than an animal. An animal doesn't think like he does. And that's what it's going to be like. It's going to be two animals in there, because I'm going to be just like you, Pat Patterson. I'm going to be like an animal in that steel cage. And I'm ready. I'm ready to beat you. Get out, walk out that door and look, turn around and look at an animal laying there. Not even, I wouldn't even treat an animal like I'm going to treat you in that steel cage, Pat Patterson. I feel sorry for you, Pat Patterson.
Bob Backlund, indeed, looking forward to meeting Pat Patterson, the Intercontinental Champion, in the steel cage main event in Madison Square Garden. With that in mind, let's bring on the Grand Wizard of Wrestling, along with Mr. Pat Patterson, to discuss this upcoming event in Madison Square Garden. Mr. Patterson, your wounds seem to have healed somewhat, but nevertheless, it seems to me that if ever there was a match designed to open up old wounds and create new ones, it's a steel cage match.
Bob Backlund, let me tell you something. You don't have to apologize for screaming and yelling, because you're going to do a lot more yelling and screaming when I get you in that steel cage. You know, you're not man enough to wrestle with me. You're just a kid. You're just a punk, and there's one thing I can't stand is a kid and a punk, and I'm going to treat you like one. I'm going to throw you against that cage. I'm going to run your head in the cage, and you know there's only one way to win this match, is to crawl out of that cage. Now, you may give me a hard time, but I promise you one thing. I'm going to crawl out of there with the belt around my waist. And you're